My name is Stanslaus Kimani. I'm a certified Guinea fowl farmer, and this is how my story unfolded. I've been doing poultry since 2013. That's about 7 years, around 7 years. And before that I was doing advertising. Then I stumbled into poultry in December of 2013. My mom was not feeling well. So for that holiday we were doing a lot of chicken for soup. And we were buying cockerels with my brother. And they were going for about 1,300, and for the whole of December, on Christmas Day, we were buying at 1,500, and we tried to bargain. We couldn't get even for 1,400. So I just asked my brother, so if I kept like 1,000 cocks, by the end of next year I would have 1.5 million. So that's how the journey started. Basically how I stumbled into, I call it stumbling because I didn't want to do guinea fowls. I bought chicken eggs. I do incubation. Someone sold me eggs mixed with guinea fowl eggs. So I got about 12 guinea fowls. And for me it was inhumane to kill them because I didn't want them. So I decided to just keep them, but because I didn't need them, I kept them in my isolation area where I put the sick chicken. And despite not administering any antibiotics or any vaccines, they all survived. So I started asking myself questions like how comes I'm taking so much care of chickens and they are still giving me problems, and there's guinea fowls that I put in isolation for them to die naturally, none of them died. So after they were mature, I ate one of them, and it was quite tasty, just like chicken but maybe a bit tastier. So then I started doing my research, of course on Google, and talking to people who have done it. And once they told me that Google will also tell you that guinea fowls have no issues with diseases. They are very hardy birds. So that's how I started. Through my research I realized also that you need to acquire a license from KWS. So I went to KWS, I got my license, and now I'm in the process. As you can see, I'm in the process of hatching chicks to build on my parent stock. Of course, I'm still selling some because anything can happen in a farm. Even a fire can break out and you lose all your flock. So I would want not to put all my eggs in one bucket. Basically, I would say guinea fowl doesn't have too many do's and don'ts. You just need first to identify a supplier, whether you want to start with hatching or you want to start with birds. Because again, since guinea fowl is considered an ornamental bird in Kenya, then most people buy like 2 or 4. Actually, people sell them in pairs because of the price. So you need to also dispose your cocks. So if someone starts with 4 and they end up having 100, then there is serious inbreeding there. So you need to be careful when you're selecting your startup flock. So in my experience, the most unique thing about guinea fowls is that they are not costly to raise because there are no diseases. It doesn't matter how you keep them, because I've dealt with poultry. I've taken care, like with chicken, I've taken very good care of them, and they will still end up getting sick. I've put guinea fowl, I've tested guinea fowl under immense pressure, and they don't show any signs of sickness or anything. Okay, having learned about guinea fowl farming, I'm opening an eatery for chicken maybe in the next 1 week, and because I've raised both of them together, I've realized actually guinea fowl are much cheaper to raise than chicken. They eat less, they don't get sick. So if you sold guinea fowl at the same price as chicken, you'd actually make more money than we make in chicken. But of course it will take time for people to accept, for you to introduce, because like eggs we are buying at exorbitant prices. But with time, once anyone has their own parent stock, then it is easy to compete with chicken, because first the consumption will be lower, the feed consumption. You will spend less on antibiotics, and once you sell them at the same price as chicken, then it means anyone can afford to eat them. You just don't need to buy them as ornamental birds. And having eaten a guinea fowl, I can tell you for sure that guinea fowl meat is almost the same as chicken, but it is more tastier. It's a game meat. For someone who would want to venture into guinea fowl farming, first, of course, you will need a license from KWS. Then you'll need a supplier who is licensed by KWS, so that they can give you a copy of their license, and that's how you get your license. Then you need to identify like where you get your kits from. Of course, to make sure that you don't get kits that have been inbred. Then from there, once you start, then just unlike chicken, you are easy to go. No issues with vaccinations and antibiotics. I think the only thing I do with my vaccinations is Newcastle. Newcastle is universal to any bird. But the people I've interacted with, they never do any other vaccine, and they have not had any issues. Right now, birds are quite expensive, but like for my birds, I'm selling them at half the cost, which proves that you don't really need to sell them at exorbitant prices to make money. Of course, I wouldn't be selling them at whatever price I'm selling them at a loss. For example, a 1 month-old guinea fowl online is going for about 800 to 850. I'm selling 3 months, which is the birds you can see behind me, at 1,000 shillings. 2 months to 3 months is going about 1,500. And I'm buying eggs also from suppliers at the same exorbitant prices. So if I'm able to sell them at that much right now, then it means in future, if farmers embraced, then we would be able to sell them at much cheaper prices. This has been my story as a certified guinea fowl farmer. I'm interested to learn what other farmers are doing, so tell me your story.